the quiet valley of Linhai Village, life moved peacefully among bamboo forests and misty mountains. Li Wei admired his father, the greatest swordsman in their clan. Every movement of the blade carried discipline and honor. Far beyond the valley, riders approached through the mountain pass. They carried the banner of the ruthless Black Serpent Sect. The Black Serpent Sect arrived at Linhai Village. Their leader demanded an ancient sword rumored to belong to Li Wei's father. Hidden behind a wooden screen, Li Wei watched helplessly as the warriors surrounded his father. Their voices echoed through the house, demanding the legendary sword that his family had sworn to protect. The village square erupted into chaos. Li Wei's father fought bravely against dozens of enemies, his sword flashing like lightning. But even the greatest warrior cannot defeat an army determined to destroy everything he loves. Flames swallowed Linhai Village as the Black Serpent Sect showed no mercy. Homes burned, villagers fled into the forest, and the peaceful valley that once held laughter became a battlefield of sorrow and betrayal. Among the ruins of the village temple, Li Wei found his father wounded and fading. With trembling hands, the old swordsman passed down his blade. With tears in his eyes and his father's sword in hand, Li Wei fled into the dark forest. Behind him, the only home he had ever known disappeared into flames and smoke. Years later, a wandering monk discovered the orphaned boy in the mountains. Recognizing the fire of determination within him, the monk took Li Wei to a hidden monastery where warriors trained in silence. Under relentless training, Li Wei transformed from a grieving boy into a disciplined warrior. Every strike of his sword carried the memory of his fallen village and the promise of vengeance. Standing atop a silent cliff, Li Wei gazed across the endless mountains. The time had come to leave the monastery and walk the dangerous roads of the martial world. In the bustling martial town, rumors traveled faster than swords. Li Wei learned that the Black Serpent Sect had grown even stronger, ruling entire regions through fear and ruthless violence. Inside a noisy tavern, Li Wei overheard warriors speaking of the sect's leader, a merciless master known only as Lord Zhao, the man responsible for destroying Linhai Village. But the Black Serpent Sect had spies everywhere. In a narrow alley, assassins attacked without warning. Steel clashed in the darkness as Li Wei revealed the deadly skill he had trained for years. On a quiet bridge under the moonlight, Li Wei faced one of the sect's elite warriors. The duel was swift and fierce, a glimpse of the unstoppable force Li Wei was becoming. The path of revenge led him to the mountains where the Black Serpent Sect ruled. Hidden within towering cliffs stood their fortress, the place where Li Wei's final battle would begin. Without fear, Li Wei approached the fortress gate alone. The guards laughed at the lone traveler, unaware that the man standing before them carried the fury of an entire destroyed village. The courtyard erupted into chaos as Li Wei's sword flashed like silver lightning. Warriors fell one after another. Deep within the fortress hall, Lord Zhao waited calmly upon his throne. He had crushed countless enemies before, yet the determination in Li Wei's eyes told him this battle would be different. Steel met steel in a battle that shook the hall itself. Each strike carried years of pain, training, and unbreakable will as Li Wei finally faced the man who destroyed his past. As silence filled the hall, Lord Zhao lay defeated. The war that began in flames had finally ended in steel. Yet Li Wei realized that revenge alone could never restore what he had lost. Leaving the fallen fortress behind, Li Wei walked into the rising sun. The martial world remained dangerous and unpredictable, but his journey had only begun. Across the vast lands of China, legends would soon whisper about a silent warrior who walked an unbroken path of justice. His name was Li Wei, the Lone Sword Avenger.